Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Weather Wiz with Dave. And today I'm going to um, tell you about what is currently going on with all of these winter storm warnings and ice storm warnings as of right now. So, right now, this is the current radar that's happening now as we speak. So, right now, we already have some sleet and freezing rain falling in portions of North Texas. So, so we have some sleet happening in Wichita Falls. Eventually, the freezing rain is gonna make it to Dallas in just a couple of hours. And the sleet and freezing rain has already made its way to portions of Arkansas and Louisiana. And and the snowstorm is happening in Oklahoma into Kansas as well. So this winter a storm uh, for the people experiencing snow and ice is already happening um, tonight, and it's gonna persist into tomorrow as well as Sunday as the upper level trough moves more to the east, which will mean the snow and ice will make its way to portions of the southeast. So that include North Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. They're also going. Your guys are also going to get ice Sunday. So if you haven't already, prepare now. Make sure you have all of the supplies that you need because because and there's going to be lots of ice in the storm, meaning there's going to be lots of uh, power outages as well as trees coming down, and it's just going to be impossible to travel when there's ice on the roads. So just keep that in mind. And if we look at the surface temperatures, so the big Arctic high pressure system that's bringing these extreme cold temperatures is making its way to the south already. As you can see, like the cold air's already done made it to Oklahoma, since it's already snowing there, and the ice is already happening in portions of North Texas as we speak. And yeah, and the cold air is going to make its way all the way to parts of the deep south, bringing lots of snow and ice into the southern states and parts of the Midwest as well. But the Midwest is only going to experience uh, snow, not not ice. But for the southern states, you could get snow and ice, or even worse, just ice by itself. So like as this Arctic high pressure system moves more to the southeast, there's still a little bit of uncertainty um, with the total the snowfall totals. But as of right now, the total snowfall totals are still looking impressive for portions of the Midwest into the Northeast. So as we go into this weekend, Saturday and then Sunday, yeah. So this is Sunday morning. We're still looking at, wow, a foot and a half of snow in portions of Oklahoma and Arkansas, in Missouri, and then as we go into early next week, on Monday, ports parts of New York City is predicting around 15 inches of snow. Now, now keep in mind that some 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 sleet might actually mix in with the snow. Told us across New York City, and if that's the case, then that'll cut down to some of the snowfall totals, and that's what I mean. That there's still a little bit of uncertainty as we move into this weekend and early next week. So, with that being said, yes, we're still looking at snowfall totals well over in a foot, as you can see, extending from North Texas, or no, actually from extended from New Mexico all the way to Maine, which is actually crazy. We had got this whole line of heavy snowfall, and in the area south of this snowfall is going to get an ice storm with potentially ice accumulations of at least a half an inch of ice, which is more than enough to cause power outages potentially for days or even weeks. So so that's why it's important to take this storm very seriously. Make sure you have all the supplies that you need in case of the power what in case of the power goes out for days. You'll have everything that that you need. So if we go into so yeah, in terms of the upper level trough, it has now moved more to the east. Yeah, it has to move more to the east, providing some of that moisture to come up from the Gulf, overriding the cold air, which is bringing some of that ice into portions of Texas and Louisiana. Eventually, it's going to make its way into Tennessee, North Georgia, and North Carolina, South Carolina, as we go into this weekend, specifically Saturday night, going into Sunday all day. So, as this is going to be a long duration event. So, lastly, let's look at the ice accumulations, the freeze rain accumulations. So, yeah, the freeze rain accumulations, we're still looking at an inch and a half in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi into East Texas. So it has to made a few changes a little bit, as it's predicting that East Texas could get over an inch of ice. So that will be very damaging, and it will cause a lot of ice decreasing on every single object. So that's roads, bridges, power lines, tree branches. Everything is going to be weighted down with ice, which is going to make it very dangerous to get out in. Same thing with North Georgia and South Carolina. You're looking at least a half an inch of ice. And then as we get into North Carolina and parts of Virginia, around 4/10 of an inch. So that's pretty much what all I have. Make sure to stay safe. Make sure you watch your local weather forecast, and then make sure to like and subscribe on this video, and then stay warm, everyone. And the weather is with Dave is out.